Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SepNoSia, welcome back your presence. Okay, before we go on with the last one, I have a few things to tell you guys. So when I was about to load the game, the file where we are gonna continue, suddenly there are some errors. It is as the code of the game changes. So basically the story, when I try to load, it's like, why is it not working? And then I load the previous one. Oh, it works, thank God. But then when I continue, it's like, wait, what? Sarah is alive. Wait. And I reload even further from the back. And then I realized, like, wait, I didn't go out with Misa. Now I go out with Sarah. Like when we go to the movies, Love from Beyond, you guys remember? Yeah, I go out with Sarah on that save file. So I was like, what the hell is happening? It's as if the whole story of mine is not what I made. So it was so funny. I was like, wait, what is going on? If this happens, then I cannot continue on. It's like, no, don't tell me. And then yeah, just maybe you guys guess, I have to do this new game. I have to click for like 5,000 times in order to get back in which we are now, like this one. Yeah, I made these 5 save files just by clicking, because you cannot use the skip button, because basically it's like I am in a new game. As I realized, actually the background picture and then everything else has been changed, so it's not like in my videos. Like when we meet with the doctor, we are like in an alley, but this one we are like in front of some fancy stores and buildings. Yeah, and when we stalk the apartment waiting for those, the guy who drugged the Indian girl and auctioned the other girl, yeah, the whole picture changes. So it's like maybe the game developer adds some more much better pictures and everything else, but it ruins my everything, my save file like this. This one doesn't work. This one also doesn't work. So it's completely different. But now I understand one thing. So if you pay attention more to Misa, Sarah will die. I think that's my theory. But if you pay attention more to Sarah, Misa doesn't die, but you will get closer to Sarah more than Misa. So it's like if you get close to Misa, we get the Misa X Suoh. If we go to Sarah, we got Sarah X Suoh. That's my opinion, because from what I see, I think that's how it works actually. Because, well, next videos, special edition, I'm gonna load from one of these, and then we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna show you guys the story change. We go to the movie with Sarah. She doesn't die. Yeah, she doesn't die. It's like in the gallery which I saw, she really doesn't die. I was like, what the hell is happening? So in order to continue from where we left off, I have to start from the new game, and you guys won't believe it was the most horrendous click I've ever done. It was so tiring just to click from chapter 1 to chapter 15, final chapters. Like, my god. I just want to say you guys about that. But now we're gonna continue on. Like, seriously, I also want to know, like, you guys want to know, I want to know. So yeah, and then I put this on a discussion, so maybe the game developer might know about this. But anyway, fuck it, at least we're going back to the place and we're gonna continue it. Yeah, you guys remember this? The future does hold promise for me after all. Yeah, I have to click 5,000 times for this. Holy crap, I'm sweating right now. Trust me. Whew. Well, let's go on. So, okay guys, the next special videos about the other route where we go on with Sarah. Sarah is alive, I mean. We're gonna see that sometime after, when I think I know how to figure it out. But for now, we're gonna go with this one. Misa X Suoh all the way. Let's do it. Oh my. Yeah, definitely. I see this also from the load file before. It's like everything changes. But now we're back in here. Adder Technologies. Known worldwide for their wonder drugs and miracle medicine, Adder are currently at the forefront of global medical research. There isn't a corner of this planet on which the name Adder is not known, and in nearly every country across the globe they have a foothold. That's actually kind of a freaky enemy we're gonna fight against. Basically, you're fighting against the world's biggest company. Adder are omnipresent, reaping profits wherever they go. Their reputation as a medical science corporation precedes them, no matter how remote the destination. But Adder has a secret, one which the world cannot be allowed to know about. Adder is actually an arms research organization. Through military contacts and government connections, they operate under the guise of a pharmaceutical corporation, researching, designing, creating, testing, and selling drugs. In reality, however, the only drugs they create are those aimed at making soldiers live longer, fight harder, and nigh impossible to kill. Any drugs released to the public are unfinished products acquired through hostile takeovers. Some work, some don't, yet all are profitable. This enviable or enviable business model, combined with connections to all the right people, has made Adder both invulnerable and unbelievably wealthy. Further to that, with so much money and influence, Adder will never fall. No scandal can stick, no leaks can actually hurt them, and no lawsuits ever go to trial. In a legal sense, they are untouchable. Unfortunately for Adder, however, when they're facing an opponent with no intention to fight them out in the open, nobody has more to lose. That's us. Let's get him. Alright, you two, listen up. Once we leave, we won't be turning back. So this is your last chance to eat, hydrate, go to the bathroom, or grab anything you need. Double check that you both have everything necessary and take care of anything that might hinder you. Understood? Misa and I quickly checked our equipment for the ninth time while mentally running through what we needed. Fortunately, the two of us had very little to check since all of the tools we need were being brought by Sai. I'm set. Oh yeah, in the other save file, Suoh wears different clothing, so yeah, definitely the story is the difference between when Sarah is alive and Sarah is dead. Yeah, this is black, the other one's like orange or something. I'm set. Good. Then I'll go to the basics of our entrance and your overall mission. I've already covered the finer points of our plan with Misa, so if you lose your way after we separate, don't fret. I nodded in understanding. Alright, for starters, the three of us will be hiding in an armored vessel and escorted into the loading bay of the target facility. We will be using the credentials of a certain senator who owes Karasu a favor, so chances are that the vessel won't be inspected. Nonetheless, once we approach our destination, we will be hiding in a concealed compartment of the vessel. Once we reach the loading bay, the three of us will exit through the bottom of the hidden compartment, then sneak into the first level control room. That is where things start to get tricky. Sai took a breath before continuing, giving Misa and I a moment to take everything in. We'll be utilizing a device cooked up by Karasu's tech team, reverse engineered from Adder's own security framework. This will cause a temporary failure in their system, quietly disabling entry intruder detection provisions without alerting the security guards. Oh my god, there are so many hard words. Shit. In theory, this will give us 15 minutes to rush in, take what we came for, and get out. That's actually quite a small time window. However, given Adder's sudden announcement, it's possible that they have changed their setup since we began working on their security. Hopefully, we're early enough that we'll beat any planned changes in security. Nonetheless, we must be prepared for the worst. Having given us fair warning and a brief rundown of what we needed to know, Sai put an end to his explanation. I glanced at Misa, who didn't seem fazed by what she had heard, then thought it over myself. A 15-minute snatch and grab, huh? Ooh. Not quite the billion-dollar haze I was expecting, but if it gets the job done, then so be it. Yeah. So be it, motherfucker. More importantly, even a novice like me can follow Sai around and grab what he tells me to. My job is every bit as easy as he made it out to be. If I've been worrying about nothing this entire time, don't jinx it! Ah, you're all still here. How wonderful. Moments after Sai finished talking, Karasu walked up to the three of us, showing his face to me outside of his lair for the first time since we met. What are you doing out here? Did something happen? Eh? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I just came up here to see off my adorable children. So you're here to mess around. Go back to your office and await our return, would you? Now, don't be like that. I'll have you know that I'm not the kind to simply sit around and wait for my men to come home. Would you listen to yourself? You're creeping us out. Seriously, go hide in your hole. If you stick around here too long, the indirect sunlight might turn you to ash. He's becoming a vampire. I knew you had some humor left in you, Sai. Going through the usual motion, Sai and Karasu went back and forth, berating and teasing one another as though this were any other day. Is this really the best time to be joking around? Shouldn't we be focusing on the task at hand? Yeah. You're right. Focus is important, especially when so much is on the line. But even if this is a serious mission, that doesn't mean you need to go in with a heavy heart. There's no harm in having a laugh beforehand. A very good advice, actually. Yeah. Besides, you should be glad that I'm here. Surely you have some questions that secretive old Sai has failed to answer. Yeah, I can take a hint. Sai gave Karasu and I some distance, taking Misa with him. Questions for Karasu, huh? What do I need to know about this mission that Sai hasn't told me? Aha. I think we should ask everything. Let's start from the top one. Haven't Sai and Misa done this before? What's so different? Well, there is one thing I have been wondering about. You said before that both Sai and Misa have broken into other buildings before, right? Why is this time so different? Aha, so you do pay attention to my rambling. The thing is, Sai and Misa have indeed broken into other facilities before, but not this facility. They have mostly broken into office buildings, not heavily guarded research labs. Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of that. Not to worry though, we have taken every precaution to ensure that this mission is a success. Even if the difficulty is higher, I'm sure that we'll just make this our greatest success to date. What will we be stealing? I keep getting told that we are breaking into a research facility, but not once have I heard that what we're actually going to take. What will we be stealing exactly? Well, strictly speaking, you won't be taking anything, but Sai will be headed straight for the facility's server room, then to the office in which they keep arms research materials. Meanwhile, Misa will search the individual labs, keeping an eye out for anything valuable or potentially useful, and downloading what she can from their computers. We will be targeting digital information of all forms, time permitting, but mostly we want details on their weapon contracts and upcoming developments. If we can obtain the details of the people to whom either are selling weaponry, as well as the knowledge of how to create the weaponry ourselves, we can undercut them. We'll make a fortune. Ada will have made no profit from their R&D, and my list of contacts will have expanded. Whoa, Karasu has really thought this through. I mean, he's a businessman with future planning, so I'm not surprised. What happens after this? Yeah, what's my fate? Assuming the operation is a success, what will happen next? Surely we won't all be able to just walk away without any repercussions. Why not? That was my plan. Or at least, I wish it were that simple. Personally, I'll be moving as far away from here as possible, even if Leon and the others are acting independently. I can't risk Adder finding me here. Sai will be coming with me initially, though once the heat dies down, we'll likely part ways. So those two are leaving town, huh? Well, what is it? Aren't you going to ask me if Misa will be leaving too? Well, actually it is. After considering Karasu's question for a moment, I looked towards Sai, who seemed to be paying us no attention whatsoever. There's no need. I already know where Misa will be staying. Oh. That's a very confident move there, Suoh. But I believe in you. I see. It's a good thing I sent Sai away. He'd have a heart attack if he knew that you two were discussing something like that. Either that or you wind up one-man show for this operation. Yeah, maybe someone will die. No more questions. If you two are done chatting, it's about time we left. Ah, that time already, is it? Very well then, I'll take my leave too. But before you go, Suoh, Misa, I have something I want to say to the two of you. Although I never got to know you as well as I truly mean it when I say that you're my children. You have never failed me or tried to double-cross me, and the two of you have put up with my antics without complaining once. Please, take care, you two. Come back to me alive and well. Got it. Let's do this shit. Moments after saying goodbye to Karasu, an armored truck arrived in the parking lot. Barely able to fit through the entrance, the large truck was loaded with equipment Saya believed that we would need, and once we had filled it, the three of us climbed inside. We hit the road as the sun began to set, paving our way through the city and towards a town I knew nothing about. By the time we had arrived in Middlebrook, night had fallen upon us. We departed from Karasu's parking lot at 6:20 p.m., then drove for at least 3 hours before entering the neighboring city. Misa and I sat in relative silence, as did Sai. The only words to leave his mouth were instructions as well as elaboration on my role. He explained to me just enough that I could muddle my way through my admittedly small role in this whole operation. After we entered the control room, Sai, Misa and I will each get a position, simultaneously inserting and activating the override devices into the computer terminals. I just need to take the device Sai gives me, insert it into the computer he points me towards, and flip a switch on the side. As long as all three devices are activated within half a second of one another, no alarm will be raised and we'll be free to begin looting. The way Sai explained my role, I had doubts that he was telling me everything. My role was to do nothing more than flip a switch, and anybody could have been the third person. They wouldn't have needed to train me at all. I should have asked Karasu to explain my role while I had the chance. Sai seems hell-bent on keeping me out of the loop as much as possible. There's no way my role is as simple and unimportant as he's making it out to be. I don't like this at all. This doesn't sound reassuring. Suoh, Misa, we're almost there. You better tell me everything. I don't want this to end in me dead or something. It's time to hide. Oh, right. Caught out while I wasn't paying attention, Sai alerted me to our proximity. After a long drive, Edo was finally coming into sight. I have a fucking bad feeling about this. Wow, it's really cramped in here. I understand why we need to hide, but trying to fit 3 people below the floor of a facile like this is unreasonable. If I didn't know any better, we're in. In 5 seconds, I'll open the hatch below us. Try to land on your feet, okay? There's a hatch below us? Wait, what does I mean by... Yeah, I should have known. Get up, there's no time to lay around, blinded by the light around us. After sitting in complete darkness and disoriented by the sudden impact, I slowly rose to my feet. As I tried to take a step forward, a familiar warmth grasped my hand, leading me forward. Temporarily blind, I was silently led by Misa, who handled our escape far more gracefully than I did. Of course. And once my vision did return, the first sight I saw was... the control room. Are we gonna be like in a freaking... Alright, Suoh, Misa, do you have the devices I gave you? Put my hand in my pocket and grabbed the small plastic drive Sai had given me. It looked and felt like an ordinary USB flash drive, bar the switch and antenna, but according to Sai it was the software on the drive that made it special. Yes, sir. Good. Suoh, the terminal is yours. Misa, yours is the one next to it. Suoh, you go first. Misa and I will swing our timing with yours. Understood? Got it. I removed the drive from my pocket and opened the cabinet below the terminal. I then located a spare USB port and inserted the device, resting my thumb on the switch. Okay, are you two ready? Whenever you are. Alright, here goes nothing. 3, 2, 1, go! The moment that I flicked the switch on the drive, Sai and Misa did the same, both within a fraction of a second of my movement. It's like those slow motions. Did it work? All 3 devices are on, and this room hasn't been locked down. Yes, it worked. Phew, thank God. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. Like, seriously, this is not gonna be that easy. I let a sigh of relief after completing the first phase of our plan. Don't get complacent yet, we're only just getting started here. Suoh, Misa, that door is yours. The security system is down, so any fingerprint retina will open it. I'm taking the other entrance, we'll meet back here in 10 minutes, got it? Eh? Wait, what do I... 40 minutes, 30 seconds, get moving! And do what exactly? The only thing Sai told me to do was... Okay. Before I could mull the question over any longer, Misa grabbed my hand and led me through our designated door. We entered a hallway filled with security cameras and locked doors, all of which look exactly the same. I thought back the blueprints Sai had given me, which detailed this very floor. The contents of the individual rooms were largely secret, but each room did have a number, and some had notes text to them. Although the notes didn't make much sense at the time, by this point I had a good idea of what they meant. I get it now. Sai marked towards the room worth checking, the rooms likely to be inhabited, and those we wouldn't be able to check quickly enough. Misa and I are supposed to search the rooms he detailed, avoid detection, and kill anybody who sees us. That's why we've been undergoing stealth and combat training, and why I had to be the one to break in here with them. It really couldn't have just been anyone. So I'm talking so much, oh my god. Sai gave me all the information I needed after all. I was just too stupid. Just too stupid to realize it. As I finally came to a grand realization, Misa entered the first room which Sai had marked as worth checking. She simply put her blade into the key card scanner as though swiping a card, and then the door opened, rendered utterly useless by our earlier sabotage. Seeing Misa do so, I followed suit, approaching the next door marked as being worth checking and placing one of my knives in the scanner. Haha, this is just too easy. Having been granted access, I entered the first lab. Inside I found miscellaneous scientific tools, most of which I couldn't name if I wanted to, another computer terminal, and various scattered documents. What to take? The computer probably has a lot of valuable information on it, but Sai only gave me the jamming device. I have nothing to store digital information on. What's more, I have no idea which documents or equipment here are worth anything, and I can't take all of it. As I internally debated what I should take, a thought came to mind. I opened the cabinets and drawers around the computer, which within moments, setting my sights on marked USB flash drives and DVDs. Aha! What do we have here? The secrets. Personal flight prod, prototype A, oscillating blade. What the hell? That sounds cool. 2010 2-1 HEL 6 installation disc. Fuck it, take them all. Yes. Whatever. I'll just take it all. I emptied a nearby box filled with beakers and started filling it with flash drives and DVDs. Once I grabbed everything digital storage medium inside, I exited the room quite content with my haul. What's next? With my 10-minute time limit almost up, I gleefully made my way through the hallway back towards the control room. In my hands I had a duffel bag, which I found in one of the labs. I had poured the contents of the box I was carrying into the bag and half filled with it. Then continued to raid several other rooms. Misa took one hallway, I took the other, and together we amassed a significant amount of data. Wow, the guard in this fucking place sucks. They don't even find anyone. Now this is what I'm talking about. Collections, assassinations, screw that. This is what I should be doing. Walk into a room, grab every digital storage medium in sight, walk out. For such a supposedly dangerous job, this has been way too easy. Don't jinx it. Really now, just what I was so scared of. I'm making a killing figuratively for once, and all I have to do is steal flash drives. I've just been overthinking this whole mission all along. Despite my optimistic outlook, I knew we weren't done yet. Even if Misa and I had been successful, we haven't heard from Sai, nor had we made our escape. I'm sure those two are doing fine. They're professionals here, not me. If I can do this, they shouldn't have any problem. Don't jinx it! The moment you said that, I'm getting very worried. All I need to do is head back to the control room, wait for my companions, and head back home. As far as I'm concerned, my work here is not over yet. What? It isn't? No, what are you saying? I've done my job and I'm ready to go. I haven't screwed up any step of the way. I've completed every objective given to me. But you're not alone. I'm not alone? I know that Sai and Misa are here with me. That is the news. What's more, I'm certain that none of the other staff have spotted me. I've been quiet, avoided the dangerous rooms, and haven't heard or seen a single other person. So what do you mean by...
He's here.
He? Gotcha. I don't fucking think so. Turning around at the last second, sparred by my sickness, I defended myself from Leon's surprise attack just in time. He swung his katana at the back of my head, which I desperately blocked with my knives as I dropped my haul to the floor without a second thought. Leon, what the hell? Aha, your reflexes have improved. I guess I really can whip anyone into shape, huh? Pity your training will have been for nothing. Leon struck again and again, attacking relentlessly as he aimed for my throat. Unlike the last time we fought, however, this time I could see his movement clearly, and I was able to react with time to spare. Not bad. I figured you had improved by now, but not to this degree. Maybe Violet had a point when she suggested that we recruit you. Leon jumped back, keeping his blade in position and ready to react at a moment's notice. You know, I always wondered what Karasu saw in you. I have thought about this guy. See, Leon, that son of a bitch, is the one we have to kill all this time. I'm so into this. I want him dead more than anyone else. I'm pretty sure he's the one who killed Sarah too. Fuck you.
No, I have always wondered what Karasu saw in you. He claimed that you were adaptable, the perfect person for Saito mold. At first I thought he was just,
Being Karasu, but now I'm not so sure. Leon continued to talk with his blade steady in front of him, never attacking, yet never letting his guard down. With that in mind, let me make you an offer. An offer? Yes, that's right. Something mutually beneficial, I assure you. I gripped my knives tight as Leon smirked, careful not to let his words distract me. We're both here to rob Adam. The only difference is you plan on giving what you find to Karasu, whereas I will be selling the information myself. Care to guess which one of us will profit more than the other? Even without Leon finishing his offer, I knew exactly what he was suggesting. I will not join anything with you, trust me. Before that, I'm sorry. You want me to join you? Now? You must be joking. 30 seconds ago you tried to kill me. 30 seconds ago I thought you were an easy kill. Listen, I don't care what you think of me. Quite frankly, I hate you too. Yeah, I hate you too more than anyone else. But if we team up even temporarily, we'll both stand to gain significantly. You'll make far more pairing with me than siding with Karasu. What do you say? Interested in making $50 million? That's like a freaking esports tournament prize. 50 million? You're here because you're getting paid healthily, right? Even so, I doubt Karasu's offering you that kind of money. $50 million for one day's work? It's true that Adder is a multinational, multi-billion-dollar company. They have wide influence, unrivaled global presence, and a scary amount of power. Even so, to think that such an impossibly large sum of money could be all mine. Come on, hurry up and say yes already. We're both on the clock here. That's right, this is no time to be hesitating. I'm already running late. Misa and Sai will be along any second now. If I don't hurry up and... Can I not make the choices, please? Wait, Misa? As Misa's name came to mind, the allure of money suddenly seemed far weaker than it had moments ago. Yes! Fuck yes! Rather than focusing on the absurd sum of money being offered to me, I found myself thinking of the life Misa and I had agreed on mere hours ago. The two of us cohabitating, free of our responsibilities under Karasu's employ, able to spend our days however we wanted. That's right. Even if money was once my reason for being here, it isn't that simple anymore. I have money, and when this is over, I'll have plenty more. But if I were to accept Leon's offer, money is the only thing I would have. Leon, I have to hand it to you. That is an impressive sum of money. Even so, I sense a bad ass. Yes! Suddenly you have blood in your blade. I know better than anyone that money isn't everything. I lunged forward, slashing at Leon with both of my knives. He parried each blow with little difficulty, sustaining only a couple of light scratches as he did. Oh, okay. So that's your answer, huh? Fine. You were never going to get that money anyway. Leon swung back, attempting to regain the offensive, but I didn't let up. I continued pushing forward, striking with each of my weapons out of sync. Yeah, son of a bitch. You really are full of surprises. Oh yeah, hell I am. Even so, I won't forgive you for underestimating me. I always underestimated you. Leon increased the amount of strength he put into his strike, swinging wildly.
As he did so, however, his movements became easier to read, and I was able to avoid his attacks altogether.
Stand still and die, damn it!
No, I don't think so. You'll die first. I cut Leon's stomach once more, then quickly blocked his blade. Wielding two short blades at once, I had the advantage in speed, and from the very beginning I was stronger than Leon. Although he had outmatched me in skill, his swordsmanship was nothing compared to Misa's, making the whole fight feel like a slow day of training.
What's wrong, Leon?
You're slowing down. Ugh. I cut Leon again and again, abusing every opportunity he gave me. Oh, I am so into this. The more I cut him, the angrier he grew, and as Leon became enraged, he made stupid mistakes, allowing me to come in again and feed the cycle. God damn you! Leon lunged forward again, and then in response, I swiftly cut him down. I need to end this already. We only have a couple of minutes left before the security system comes back online. If I don't get out of here soon, Misa and Sai will. Wait a minute, where is Misa? Quickly pushing Leon away from me, I ran in the opposite direction. Towards the lab, I last saw Misa enter. As much as I wanted to finish Leon off once and for all, shit! I knew I had to grab her and exit before our time ran out. Shit, just what's keeping you, Misa? I'm dealing with Leon, so what are you? The moment that Leon's face entered my mind, I recalled the makeup of his team. With Violet dead and Leon behind me, there remained at least one more opponent. Oh no, I forgot about Kane. Oh yeah, that bald son of a bitch. Misa! I quickly dashed into the room, screaming Misa's name as I did. At the moment I entered... What is it? I confirm her safety. My god. Misa, you're safe after all. Listen, I don't know what's kept you for so long, but we're run out of time. We need to go right now. Leon is here and he is... Before I could finish speaking, Misa maneuvered herself around me, intercepting the silent predator that even my sickness failed to notice. Ouch! In the blink of an eye, she removed her blade from behind her back, ran straight past me, and pinned Leon to the wall. Having his skull and brain pierced effortlessly, Leon could no longer speak. The best he could do was allow moans of death to leak from his mouth, gurgling blood for a moment as the last remnant of his consciousness faded. Within moments, the light had left Leon's eyes, and the man I sought to warn Misa about had been permanently erased. He remained standing thanks to the blade pinning him to the wall, but otherwise all sense of life had left his body. Whoa, Misa can be totally ruthless when she wants to be. I thought she was merciless when she practically beheaded Violet or when she cleaved Martin in two, but to react that quickly and to kill a professional so easily? Misa really is a class above me. Misa, that was amazing! That sounds so weird. I came here to warn you about Leon, but it looks like I need a nap water. Now let's get out of here before your lux runs out. Well, Misa was still focused on Leon. Kane seized the opportunity and grabbed Misa by the throat. Unable to remove her blade from Leon's skull in time, Misa was left to fight against Kane in terms of strength alone, putting her at an insurmountable disadvantage. Phew, that was a close one. I hope to find you while Leon was keeping your partner busy, but it looks like you're mine regardless, little girl. Oh no, you don't! Kane tightened his hold on Misa's throat, making it difficult for her to breathe. Really now? To think that you killed not only Violet, but Leon too. I may not be the family man that Karasu claims to be, but I was rather fond of those two, you know? Misa continued to struggle desperately, trying to break free from Kane's grip. Why won't you do fucking something, Suoh? Really? Oh my god. However, for all her impressive traits and skill, Misa was still just a young girl and she couldn't hope to win against Kane in a battle of strength. Misa! Let her go, you bastard! I wouldn't come any closer if I were you. One little twist and this girl's head will come straight off. Kane increased the pressure he had placed on Misa's neck, and as he did so, the last of her resistance faded. Her arms fell limp by her side and Misa's eyes began to close. Not good. Misa's already losing consciousness. Still hasn't let her go. I can't afford to take any chances. I relaxed my stance and dropped my knives into the ground. Good. Now grab that bag Misa was loading and slide it over to me. Quickly now, the girl doesn't have much oxygen left. Without a word, I did as Kane said. I grabbed the bag Misa had been loading, filled in the same manner as mine had been, and slid it over to Kane. Wise decision. Misa! The moment Kane let Misa go, I ran to her side, immediately listening for signs of life. However, by the time I had gotten to her, Misa had already stopped breathing. Her lips had turned blue. Damn it, Misa, this isn't funny. I've already been through this one. I'm not about to let it happen again. Her recalling the health class lesson in high school covering CPR. Oh my god. He is using every powerful study in school's knowledge. I placed one hand on Misa's chin and the other one on the back of her head. I tilted her head back and covered her lips with my own, breathing oxygen into her lungs and watching as her chest began to rise. Okay, I've got this. 5 initial rescue breaths, then 30 chest compressions, followed by 2 rescue breaths. I repeat those little last steps until she begins breathing on her own. Oh my god, I'm talking so fast. I performed another 4 initial rescue breaths, then began on chest compressions. Chest compressions, that's right, 100 per minute. What the hell is that? I don't know. 30 at a time, 100 per minute with 2 rescue breaths in between, no problem. Go, motherfuckers. Estimating my timing as best as I could, I performed the first 30 chest compressions, followed by another 2 rescue breaths. I need to breathe as well. Come on, Misa, wake up already. You're not allowed to die. I kept compressing Misa's chest as I screamed at her, paying no attention to the tears in my eyes. You have to pull through, Misa. Who's going to keep me company if you die too? You promised that you'd stay with me, remember? We're going to live happily together, free from the death and bloodshed. Please, Misa, just open your eyes. Misa? Through tear-filled eyes, I at last saw Misa wake up. Through groggy and disoriented from the lack of oxygen, not to mention her near loss of life, Misa slowly but surely opened her eyes. Her chest began to rise and fall, and color gradually returned to her face. Weak breaths escaped her lips, fulfilling the role I had until moments ago. It was a close call, but there could be no doubt. Misa pulled through. Jeez, don't scare me like that. As soon as Misa opened her eyes, all of the tension left my body. I completely forgot about the time limit which we are past and the 2 interlopers who got us into such a position. All I could see was the precious face of the girl I had managed to save. Misa, don't you dare scare me like that again. If even you were to die, then I... What the actual fuck? Following the path of Misa's shocked eyes, I set my sights on my own torso. Sticking out of my chest was the tip of a blade which had quickly and effortlessly pierced my sternum. Is that... I've got a hand to you, kid. I didn't think you actually managed to save her life. You son of a bitch! Good thing I decided to stick around and finish the job, just in case you actually succeeded. From behind me I could hear the voice of Kane, who continued to drive the blade further into my torso as he spoke. Removed from Leon's corpse, Misa's blade was inching its way through my body, spilling my blood into Misa and onto the floor below us. Drops of blood dribbled from my mouth as I tried to catch my breath. Every movement of my chest brought with it pain, and I could clearly feel my own life slipping away. Sickness. What? Nice! As my body slowly fell to the floor, so too did that of my killer. A single gunshot echoed out, and as I looked behind me, I could see Sty standing over Kane's corpse. You're a bit late, Sai. Would have killed you to get here 30 seconds sooner? Because you know, I'm really not enjoying the alternative. Watching my own blood pour from my chest, I calmly analyzed my situation. I'd been stabbed in the back by Kane, possibly dealt a fatal blow, and had been left to bleed to death in a location in which I had no chance of receiving medical attention. I was under no illusion as to what would happen next. As I felt my consciousness began to slip away, another figure entered my view. The girl I had saved moments before getting stabbed, the girl who walked beside me every day. The girl who kept me from falling into despair after the tragic death of my sister. Misa. Misa's mouth moved back and forth, silently screaming at me as I tried and failed to get up. Tears streamed down her face, further smudging the blood I had left there barely 1 minute prior. Ah, Misa. You really don't know when to give up, do you? I guess the same could be about me. Could be said about me. Though in my case, my perseverance actually paid off. Unfortunately, I think that trick will only work once. Saving one life was the limit. That's all a person like me could hope for. Praying that I too would come back from the brink of death is simply unreasonable. I can't say I'm surprised that things ended up this way. From the moment Carasso told me that we'd be robbing Adder, I knew that death awaited me. It was never a matter of if, only a question of when and under what circumstances. So as far as my final moments are concerned, I'm not disappointed. I was able to provide for Sarah, to give her a new home and a new life, even if it didn't last. I was able to trade fates with Misa, saving her life at the cost of my own, finally repaying her for everything she's done for me. And finally, with the life gradually leaving my body, I'll be reunited with Sarah once more. When I think about it like that, what do I have to complain about? Yes. Suoh? Visibly pained as she spoke, Misa strained herself until the very end, trying her hardest to finally say my name. Would you look at that? You can do it after all, Misa. You just needed the right motivation. Maybe my death will be worthwhile after all. Well, yes, it was worth it, eh? Yeah, that was a good one. We all know from the very first, he thrived in the dangerous path of death. Well, he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. That was quite unexpected. I thought we're gonna be having a good life after, but apparently it's not that easy. So I guess, and I got an achievement. The achievement is called Die Happy. 32 days later. Saturday morning, January 7. Last night, moments before midnight, I awoke to a dream too far-fetched to ever reflect reality. I had been stabbed straight through the chest and left to die on the cold, hard floor of a laboratory. It was the end I had seen coming a mile away, the scene of my death, the moment at which karma had finally caught up with me. It was a wonderful death, the kind which actually meant something, a death I would have been proud to accept. And yet, despite being granted such a wonderful death, I was saved. My far-fetched dream depicted my own survival. Not a dream of a cold-bloody floor, not of my own death, but one of life. A fantastic dream in which I woke not in hell, but in a hospital bed surrounded by white walls and sick people. A dream far too good for the likes of me. Convinced that the sight before me was not reality, I waited for the dream to end. I sat in the hospital bed, pierced with tubes in areas. Oh my god, these days, outside is so loud, it's so annoying. I preferred not to mention and whittled away the hours, hoping for an exciting turn of events, like any good dream should have. But no matter how long I waited, no matter how many hours passed by, I did not wake up. Death refused to take me. Rather than being embraced by the darkness of eternity, I was cradled by life, rescued by events and people unknown to me. I had been saved. In the corner of my room sat a television, depicting a familiar street and reporter. Robbed of any other source of entertainment or information, I focused on the television, listening closely to the morning news. Filled with cheer, just days ago, these low-class streets are now bare once more, filled only with the homeless and the trash visitors left behind. Though popular around Christmas, Middlebrook remains a notorious city known for its relaxed stance on slave labor, second only to Richmond in corruption. Unlike Richmond, however, Middlebrook has one saving grace, and that is Adder, of course, and news of Adder's latest feats is spreading like wildfire. Between their new product launch and the sizable Christmas sales, Adder stocks are up 15% from this time last year, set to break estimates. I must be alive after all. There's no way the afterlife could be this cruel. There's nothing to do, Adder is thriving, and I have more tubes than friends. This is my life, alright. Honestly, how did I pull that off? Can't I even die properly? Now I'm not sure whether to be thankful or embarrassed. I was so giddy about the thought of having such a cool and meaningful death that I was actually happy to be dead. But I guess for someone like me, even that is too much to ask for. Remorseless killers who get their own family members murdered don't deserve death. Sitting in a hospital room with a colostomy bag and uteral tube is a far more fitting punishment. Now I just need the Karasi to call up and start one of his long-winded spiels and I'll truly be in hell. Mr. Tesla? As my thoughts dragged me further away, a sudden call returned me to reality. Just call me Suoh. Eh? Oh right. Suoh then. Suoh, when did you wake up? I looked at the clock on the wall. It's almost 8 a.m. already? Jeez. Guess I woke up 8 or 9 hours ago. Holy crap! The nurse looks at me in a perplexed manner. My initial reply caught her off guard, as did the fact that my eyes were open. Suoh, do you know where you are? Some hospital, I guess. Probably in Richmond or Millbrook. Once again, taken aback by my blunt and disinterested reply, the nurse faltered for a moment before continuing. Suoh, you suffered heavy blood loss after being stabbed in the chest. You really should lay down. I patted my chest where Kane had stabbed me. Even as I reached under my hospital gown, I could feel no wound nor even stitches. If the wound left a scar, I couldn't tell. I think I'm okay. I tried to stand up, hindered only by the tubes protruding from my body. You can't do that. Please, lay back down. The doctor will be in shortly, and he'll discern whether you can have those removed, okay? Alright, I understand. What is this? I'm getting so... Following the nurse visit, several doctors came to see me. They were all amazed to see that I had woken up so soon, telling me how they didn't think I'd even survive the surgery, let alone ever wake up. Furthermore, the rate at which my wound had healed staggered everyone, myself included. After being strapped to the chest, not even a scar remained. Once the head doctor agreed that my tubes could be removed, I was practically at full health. Mr. Suoh, I understand that you're keen to get up and move around, but please take it easy. Standing up and stretching so soon is a bit... I'm fine. The head doctor said I should be okay as long as I don't leave the hospital. I see. In that case, do you think you're ready to accept visitors? Visitors? Like I'll get any of those. Someone wants to see me, let them right in. Okay then, I'll go get her now. Her? I think we've kept your girlfriend waiting long enough. My girlfriend? Sliding open the door, the nurse let in a solitary girl who had been waiting patiently outside of my room. Wrapped in the dress I bought her, Misa slowly walked into the room, already teary-eyed the moment she laid eyes on me. Misa? Just as she had been the moment of our separation, Misa was crying as she stared at my face. But unlike last time, this time around Misa was crying out of joy. Resting beneath her tears were a smile. The angelic smile I had grown so fond of, yet taken her granted for during our time together. The smile she showed me when we first ate together, when we went to the arcade, during our picnic, and even when we bought that very dress. A smile I wanted to see every day for the rest of my life. I made you cry again. Sorry to worry you, Misa. Misa shook her head, dismissing my apology. She simply continued to smile, paying no mind to the tears soaking her face. Oh, Misa, I really can't leave you alone, can I? And from now on, I won't have to. Misa, it may be a few more days before I'm allowed to leave this place, but once I do, let's go home. Well, it seems I am triumphant. Kind of not an amazing way to end it, but then again, I am not complaining. It was good enough for what it is. It has been amazing and wow. I'm surprised. Maybe sickness is, well, not just about trying to kill yourself. Maybe sickness is like something that doesn't want you to die, but then again you said kill yourself, but I don't know. It still exists there. We don't know what actually happens next. We don't even know if this story might extend. But I am quite satisfied that we finally see it. This is an extra long video. More than others, but it's worth it. Sorry for me talking so fast. It's just because it's like so tense. I have to do that. I'm sweating so much right now. Oh man. Well, I guess nothing else to say. Just we'll get happy ending with Misa. And one more thing. You guys can either ask if you want me to, I can make the video about what happens if Sarah is alive. It might be a different ending and different ways about it. But yeah, I think it will be different if Sarah is alive. And fortunately, you already see that one of my save files are actually somehow now go to that route where Sarah is alive. So if you want me to leave it, just say it in the comments and I'll see what I can do about it. I would also love to know what will happen if Sarah is alive. So anyway guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, favorite and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment, especially if you want me to make that video if Sarah is alive or not. And also don't forget to tell your friends and family about my channel. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys again, and SepNoSia says it has been a great freaking game of sickness. And thank you for your presence.